What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's Wii U-nique game review, we have this game here is Wheel of Fortune. Now, in my last video that I did, I talked about Jeopardy. And like I said before, there's really not much to talk about when it comes to these games. All they're really there is to be basically a cash grab for a popular TV show. And that's going to be the same way with this game here with Wheel of Fortune. Now, if you don't know what Wheel of Fortune is, it too is an American game show for TV. Now, if I can remember, I think it started back in the 80s. It might have started sooner than that in the 70s, but I do definitely remember it mostly in the 80s because my mom loved this show. She even still watches it to this day. And I think it even has a new host now. It has this guy here. So it doesn't have Pat Sajak anymore. Man, doing that show for over 40 years would probably drive me nuts.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I have just one thing to say to you.
Anyways, with that being said, let's get to reviewing this game, which isn't much to talk about. And that's what it does, it replicates the show so you can be able to play at home. Now, they're both released by THQ, which technically this is released by Nordic Games, which would later become THQ Nordic. They were practically the same thing, and that's the same thing with this game here. It's basically the same thing as Jeopardy. It uses the same UI system. It uses the same graphics. It even uses the same caricatures of the big head with the small body characters, which was very interesting because for Wheel of Fortune, they've done this before. In fact, they've done that kind of that model of having a small body with a big head caricatures with these kind of TV show game shows. They're back on the NES. They had this look for their characters like this, which is really cool. I guess they're keeping that tradition alive. But anyways, let's talk about Wheel of Fortune, the game on the Wii U. It basically does the same thing as the TV show. You spin a wheel. Once you land on a number price, you pick a letter. Let's say T. For how many T's there in the box, you get that much money. Also, you can use that money to buy vowels, and to hopefully, the more you do it, you just solve the puzzle. And like I said before in my past Jeopardy video, there's not much here, and so much so that people haven't reviewed it. I go online to try to find somebody who had reviewed this game to see what they talked about, and I only came across like one person. So there's really, like I said, there's not much here to talk about. It just replicates the show. Except, what does it do with the gamepad, since I am reviewing the Wii U version? Well, it actually does a little bit more than the Jeopardy game. In this one, of course, you would pick out the letters of what you want to pick out. So if you want to pick T or Q or A or B, you can use the stylus to pick it out on the gamepad. But also what you can do is that you can actually spin the wheel. It's not much, but you can do that with the gamepad. So that's a plus on itself. Bottom line is, between both Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, they're basically there for just a quick cash grab. These things have been going on for years. Like ever since back the NES days, these kinds of games have always hit a game console in some capacity. So I'm not surprised that these kinds of games landed on the Wii U. Thankfully, now that I reviewed both Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, as short as they may be because I didn't give you much material to make for a video, that's finally done. And on this quest of reviewing every Wii U game, these two are now done and over with. With that being said, I'm giving Wheel of Fortune for the Wii U, and also a 5 out of 10. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Y'all take care. Is someone at the front door?